In the lightweight division at UFC 291, you got number 2 contender Dustin Poirier coming in at 29-7, taking on Justin Gaethje, who comes in at 24-4. And this is the second fight, the rematch. Now, Gaethje, 2 inches taller at 5'11". Both guys 34 years old, often referred to as the old heads of the division, but they're not really that old, just 34. That's why they're holding on. Poirier, 2-inch reach advantage. He fights left-handed. Gaethje fights right-handed. Both guys very active, which is why the first fight was so great. You got Gaethje 7.4 significant strikes per minute, Poirier 5.5 significant strikes per minute. That's incredible. And Gaethje wants to keep the fight standing. Poirier can take it to the ground. He lands like a takedown every 3 rounds, so maybe 2 throughout the fight. Now, when you go back to the last time these two fought, you got to go back to 2018, right? So a little bit younger. Both guys, right around 29, 30 years old. It led to a 4th round KO by Poirier. He led 174-115 in significant strikes at that time. But many believe this fight's going to be a lot closer. Since that time, he's been about 7-2 in the UFC, only losing to Charles Oliveira by rear naked submission. He also lost to Khabib in the same way. So he's only lost to the 2 previous champions. He beats everybody else. And Dustin Poirier has been knocking on the door for a long, long time. And he hasn't fought Islam yet, so that could be interesting. Now, Gaethje, on the other hand, has also lost to Charles Oliveira and Khabib. That's it. Both these guys have lost to the same fighter. They beat everyone else. He's beaten Rafael Fiziev. Majority decision, but it's a win. Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson, Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. So unless one of these guys have fallen off the cliff, this is going to be an incredible rematch 5 years later, right? So who's going to win? In my estimation, the fight's going to go a lot in the same way it did the first time. Don't expect many takedowns. This is going to be a stand-up striking affair, but Dustin Poirier is going to win the fight once again. And it's incredible because, usually 2 fighters like this, the stats hold up. So you would think Gaethje would outstrike him by like 50 significant strikes, but it was actually the opposite. And Dustin Poirier gets in there, and forget the numbers. Against the competition, he rises to the occasion, and Dustin Poirier will win this fight. And guess what? He should get a title fight, or at least get the fight Beneil Dariush, Charles Oliveira winner. If Charles Oliveira wins, he should go right to Islam for the belt. It's about time, before he gets too old, that Poirier gets a title shot. He needs another one. The guy's never won it, and he only loses to champions. That's the bottom line. So there's no reason to believe he's going to lose to Justin Gaethje. I believe he wins by decision. It's going to be a tougher fight, a little bit closer in the stats, but he still wins. Moves to 30-7. In my opinion, lightweight division, UFC 291.